guys say meow before somebody comments on it?
Meow.
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 No.
Meow. Meow.
Casually.
Meow.
I still think it's funny.
You want this or we split them?
Yeah, probably
you have to
because
say
the fans are
meow.
so brown.
For more than one time.
They sit in the middle and just put them right here.
Or we don't have anything to hang it on.
Okay.
We don't have-
I was gonna say, you don't have anything to attach to that.
Okay, meow.
Well, it'd be in the shot.
Right
It'd be in the shot.
That's good. That's
hey,
good.
Dad.
Yeah.
It's one of those part hangers right here on this hook. And then dang it down and then clip it. It's one of those part hangers right here on this hook.
Meow.
Hey, relax.
I don't know. Oh, that's gonna work.
They'll kick you out if you don't stop.
Yeah. Okay. We can't hardly see it. All right.
Jose said, "What's going on?"
Hold on. Can you hear me
Okay.
and Chris?
Hello?
Can you hear Chris?
Hello, guys. Y'all hear me?
Can you hear Chris?
Hello, guys. Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Good enough.
Good
Good enough for government work. Okay. You can't really see it on the screen. All right, let's do that. Okay.
Oh.
It has been a day. It has been a day. Okay. And I forgot my sheet inside. My list. It's by my computer. It's just one piece of paper. All right. Can you hear us? Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
We're sending the nephew off to get the.
Rena says, "Loud and clear from the Big Island."
Oh, is that New York? Staten?
Big Island.
Or it'd be Hawaii.
I'm just kidding. I'm only kidding.
Oh, you know,
I'm
the
sorry,
other
Athena.
side.
I'm only kidding. Another Quaalude. You'll be good in the morning.
You say another Quaalude?
Another Quaalude. You'll be good in the morning.
Yep, there it is.
Home Engine Builder says, "Just lurking tonight. You said it would be good."
Yep. All right.
Topics for the evening.
Topics we're going to talk about tonight. The 2027 new car tracking you. We're going to talk about that.
Oh.
That's been all over the news, okay? The oil shortage that I consider I disproved, that's supposed to be on the shelves and, the lack of engine oils and all that kind of good biz. A certain strait over in the other part of the world is now open. And what's happening right now with the channel. That's the topics we're going to talk about, all right?
So
So the first thing we're going to talk about is I don't think I'm ever going to buy another new car. I don't think I'm going to buy one that is going to like track my face and my eyes and my blood type and if I'm perspiring, if I've been drinking, if I've been whatever, and it shuts the car down.
Not saying that we drink and drive.
No, I'm against drinking and driving, but also I get bad allergies and get in there and try to start my truck and
It
You
says
know.
your eyes are bloodshot and you're been
because
drinking.
my allergies are flared up and I'm still perfectly safe to drive. Yeah, I'm waiting to see what actually happens with this. 'cause I was wanting to buy a new truck next year, but
That's supposed to be happening. That's
Well,
all
okay.
new cars are supposed to be mandated for that tracking system.
all right. I have dealt with 2027s.
Okay.
Tell you right. They have come out. They are hybrids. They are, I don't know if you've ever been inside of a Kia or a modern Kia. It is like teched out like the bee's knees.
been inside a Hyundai, but yeah.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Same thing. But I don't, as far as like eye tracking and all that, we don't have that. The only tracking that it has is when you go to lane assist if you take your hands off for a long period of time, the car will bleep at you like, "Hey, put your hands on the steering wheel."
See,
But my truck does that, and then my 2018 RAV4 did that too.
I got a 25 Explorer, and it's got full self-driving mode. And while you got that engaged, it does watch your eyes to make sure you're paying attention. And I will say this, for anyone scared of like the Ford Blue Cruise, I've tried it, you can override it. You can overpower them.
Right.
But that's the only time it really engages the eye watching is if you engage what they call as Blue Cruise.
Where it all kind of started was with Elon and Tesla, because people were driving down Ventura Highway full of sleep going to work.
Or getting in the back seat where they couldn't take over if something was going wrong.
Yeah. So that's
it's
what
a safety feature.
It's a safety feature. But now they're taking it to a whole different level, because I don't know if you guys have seen the news, but GM and Ford and what's his name? Childers.
Yeah.
Childers Racing. Childers was there with Ford and Chevy because he has over 300 dealerships, and he's got skin in the game when it comes to like forcing people to have to go to the dealership to get their stuff fixed. Now, I've heard stories for a long time about, like just changing the brakes and having to go and get an override for the brakes, because they're making it where they want to force you to have to take everything back to the dealership, because that's where they make their money. That's where dealerships make their money, is in the bays. They don't make them on the cars. They make them on two things: maintenance, mechanicing, and three things, and extended warranty. That's where they make their money. That's where they make their money. It isn't the sales; it's getting them out there, and they're getting the quality of things are getting where they're used up after 5 years.
The bad part is, though, the way the stuff's going with all the touchscreen stuff, when you buy one, you feel like you kind of got to buy that extended warranty because
they talk you into it. It's part of the sale.
Like even that Explorer, most of it's touchscreen.
Yeah.
If that touchscreen goes out, that's $5 or $6 grand, and yeah, you're screwed.
Well, okay. To be fair, too, like having been on the mechanic side of it,
other end of it, yeah.
The newer stuff. Okay, so they can try. I'm gonna put this out there. Okay, they can all try to keep everybody out, like all the independents out. Make you have to go back to the dealership. They're gonna make it super hard, but they cannot deny you the ability to work on your own car because Stellantis is my number one. That's my number one argument with this whole ordeal going. It's Stellantis, right? Stellantis, if you guys don't know, Dodge is bought out by Stellantis, so Stellantis owns pretty much anything Mopar.
They still own Mercedes?
Yeah. So, but they have a lock on all of their ECMs and all of their modules that you have to get authorization or have to pay a subscription
to gain access.
And like, I pay $60 a year, or I don't pay $60. The shop pays $60 a year, and we have the ability to have 10 tablets. But
kind of like Forescan.
No.
The FORSCAN, just so people.
Yeah. No, it's not like that. It's okay. It just allows you to read DTCs, clear DTCs, perform actuation.
Because if you don't have that,
programming.
If you don't have that, it's like a firewall.
Yeah.
It locks you in. So you as like a shade tree mechanic or an independent mechanic doesn't have access unless you pay that money.
Now,
if they allow you to have access.
Yeah.
See, I know that's why I was bringing up, like I say, Forescan, FORSCAN, because I know I can take that and I can get on the laptop. I haven't done it, but I can get in like the Explorer and turn the turbos up and adjust my gauges.
That's programming. That's tuning. You can't do that with modern scanners. Like my $900 scanner, I can't tune with it.
Yeah.
I have to buy an HP tuner. I have to buy a whole separate thing. But even if I buy HP tuners, you still have to buy the credits for the VIN and all that, right? Because it's an aftermarket tuner. It's not an OEM tuner. Forescan is an OEM tuner. So if you have access to Forescan, that means you have access to OEM tuner.
Now, I was told if I ever touch her car with that, my warranty
Oh,
is
yeah.
gone. Because you can go in there and hop the turbo.
And-
Here's the other thing that I found out today. The lifespan of that vehicle, up to 15-year-old vehicles, they can tell you day to day how fast you were going, where you were at, how hard you broke, use the brakes, and they sell that information to the insurance companies to raise your rates. The cars now are completely tracking you from the minute you start it up to the minute you park it. It's being put in the memory in the computer on the car.
Well, even our auto insurance has something that don't know how it detects when you're in your vehicle or in a vehicle and moving, and then it tracks how much you've used your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I have it on mine. And it's like, oh, you use your phone 100% of the time. And then I can go in and be like, well, that wasn't me driving.
Are you with USAA?
Yes.
Yes, they are with you.
See, my wife had the same thing. I never downloaded it,
Mm-hmm.
but it would tell her she's on her phone even when I was driving. And so that's why I just didn't do it. I paid it was just a few bucks every 6 months more.
Yeah, I don't think that they're gonna lock us all out as far as like the independence and everything. I think that they're gonna make it more OBD2 maintenance for sure. Like being that you have to have a tablet to perform any form of maintenance.
Questions?
It's just Thomas saying that Michael got his shirt in the mail today.
Good. Very good.
But I think, like I said, I think it's going to be a lot more like the independents are going to have to weigh heavier on the technology side of it than just being a wrench turning mechanic, unless you do what we do and build old square bodies.
Yeah, anything that, yeah.
Anything
Well, okay.
free.
Here's the other thing that they're trying to pass legislation on in Minnesota right now, is that if you get a speeding ticket within 2 years, 2 speeding tickets within a year, then you have to pay the state a monthly fee for 2 years to be able to drive your car. And they're going to put a tracker on your car. They're going to put that. You're going to have to pay to get that tracking system on your car, so you can't get in your car drunk. This is
For a speeding ticket?
yes, speeding tickets. Okay, so then you have to pay for and install that tracking system in your car if it's a car that is capable of doing it. If it's an older car, if you get 2 speeding tickets within a year, you lose your right to drive. That's the legislation they're trying to pass in Minnesota right now.
Jesus.
They're
But how do they justify? I'm curious. How do they justify a speeding ticket putting that camera to watch if you're drunk or not? How do they justify that, Chris? Do you know? How could they justify that?
It's
Like, oh, well, you're
I know we don't
reckless
get
with
into
your
politics,
speed.
and I'm not
Right.
going to go far into it. I'm going to say it's certain ways, certain states work through legislation.
Yeah.
I'll leave that at that. Y'all can
Yeah.
do with what you want, but I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yeah, they just
Hmm.
they see it as if you're willing to have a traffic violation twice in 2
no,
years.
it's about control.
Okay.
But I get
Speaking from someone who got 2 speeding tickets within the span of a month.
Yep.
Don't
I
live in
wasn't-
Minnesota.
I wasn't being reckless. I was just driving.
If you were living in Minnesota and possibly now coming, if it passes Minnesota, you know it's going to the East Coast. I mean West Coast.
Oh, for
You
sure.
know it's happening. Okay, so if it happens, if it passes and it happens, then you would have had to pay to get that system installed on your car and a monthly fee for 2 years and have a clean record for 2 years to make it go away.
Now, I will say law enforcement they cannot require them to cite you for something, they have to give them discretion, if that makes sense, where they can choose if they want to.
Or they could break into the computer on your RAV4 that you had and see how many times you had sped, how many times you had broke hard, how many times you veered off the road or hit
Right.
the speed bumps, whatever. They
Right.
could just download that information about your car and have your complete driving record right there on the spot and nail you with it.
But see,
That's the thing.
But then how do you prove who was driving?
well, that's the whole.
How do you prove who was
I
driving?
know in the state of Arkansas,
This is getting very political, but
it's not getting. I wouldn't say it's political. It's into.
It's coming.
I know in the state of Arkansas.
I'm not saying it's not coming, and I'm not saying it's not trackable.
Malcolm
All I'm
says,
saying-
"Welcome, comrade, to Minnesota."
Yeah, no
But
kidding.
in the state of Arkansas, that's why. If you ever wonder why Arkansas pursues so bad, if you've seen the videos,
Oh yeah, they
because
make
if
great
they lose
videos.
sight of you and they can't prove who was in the car,
Right.
they can't. Everybody says get a license plate, go get them later. You can't prove who was in the driver's seat.
Right.
Right.
It's just like with that OBD stuff. Yeah, that Explorer's been 125, but can they prove if I did that on the interstate or 'cause
Yeah.
I did that, I did that on a track, of course.
By GPS, it was just in the computer system in your car. By the facial recognition, which is in the system in your car,
Mhm.
it's all there. They just got to download it.
I was on the track near the interstate.
I know, but I mean, you see what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Okay, I'm just saying, just be aware it's coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's going to turn into a more technology based.
I think there's going to be a big, huge market for pre-computer cars.
Yeah.
I think there is.
If if this actually goes in as of January the 1st in 2027, there is going to be an uprising. There's going to be, I hate to say the word uprising. There's going to be ramifications for it. Sales are going to go in the dumper.
It's going to make a lot of people paranoid.
It's going to make a lot of people paranoid. And there's going to be a lot of people dusting off the old cars and looking for pre-computer, like 85 and older
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
And it's going to be, to go along with that, the aftermarket, the parts aftermarket. Now, he says he's known about it for a long time, but I got the news. It was on the news today that there's 700 Advanced Auto Parts closing immediately. 700 stores are closing across the country.
Well, the one
Yeah, we
here in
we
town
lost
had
this
it.
one here last year, or around the first of the year. We lost
No,
one here.
that one's been, that's almost 2 years.
OG
Okay.
83rd says, "Hey from Seattle," and that they are working on their 83 Malibu.
Nice. I like the mid
Is that-
80s
Is
stuff.
the 83? Is that still like the boat, the big, they're long?
That's the G body shuffle. No, the 83s are the shorter ones, like the
Oh,
Cutlasses,
okay.
the Buicks.
Were they two-door?
They're 2 doors.
Yeah, they're good.
They made 4-door versions of them,
Mhm.
but they basically almost the same wheelbase, so they seem like stubby because they had 4 doors in them. But the 2 doors, they are comfortable, they're good looking, they make great hot rods.
G-body 4-door.
Okay, G body 4-door. Yeah, I mean the G body shuffle. Yeah, love them. I mean, yeah, I had a buddy had he had a mid 80s
The
Monte
police
Carlo.
car is the one I have.
Yeah, what?
The police
Oh,
car is the one I
okay,
have.
okay.
Top motors,
I remember them.
top brakes,
Yeah, top shocks.
suspension. Yeah.
Fix the lighter. Okay, so one of the TikTok guys, Dave.
Yeah.
Dave's the tall scene Dave. He did a video today about it. Who owns Advanced Auto Parts? Vanguard and BlackRock. Who owns AutoZone? Vanguard and BlackRock. Who owns O'Reilly's? Vanguard and BlackRock. Okay, the same company owns all 3 of the big brands. Okay, and they're closing 700 stores. So I have a feeling, this is just my feeling, and I hope it happens, that January the 1st, when all this stuff is supposed to hit, if it does actually hit, if it does happen like the nightmare it sounds like, that they're going to need to reopen stores because there's going to be a flood of people fixing their old cars. Okay.
Well, I can say this with that.
And now here's a thought that just hit my head. Because everybody's gonna be dusting off all the old cars, all that new computer stuff. You're gonna get famous if you think about it.
I don't wanna be
Because
famous.
because we have in our town right now, we have 2 shops, possibly 3. I don't know if they do maintenance. I don't know if Keith and them do maintenance or anything. But yes, we have 2 shops with that have guys that are old enough to know how to work on old square bodies.
Well, got Wendell and South.
Well, no, in this town,
Oh, in this town.
right? But you're kind of on the. But those guys are almost at retirement.
Yeah, I'm late 50s. Wendell is early 60s.
Yeah,
61, 62.
Randy.
You know-
You know the 2 guys that are in town.
They're
Russell Pryor and Randy Mitchell. They're getting up there.
Getting up there.
Russell
Yep.
Pryor's trying to get out.
He's been trying to get out for a couple of years.
Yeah, he's been trying to find somebody to buy him out.
But you're thinking of it more from. I feel like a lot of the people that have older vehicles today have the older vehicles and tinker on them.
They're easier to
Sometimes.
tinker on.
Well, I'm not
Sometimes.
disagreeing, but I'm like, I don't know a lot of people that have older vehicles that would take them to a shop to work on.
Well-
Like they would.
Well,
You
once
know,
you
it's
get up
what-
to a certain age, if you still want to drive it, sometimes you get where you're not capable of doing it. So
True.
and also it'd be a lot more economical for them to have something older fixed, as opposed to go out and get a payment, or deal with dealership prices because the independent is never going to be as expensive as the dealership.
No.
Well, and it's people don't want the new technology.
Right.
It's like in the future, 2 or 3 years from now, I'm thinking that originally before this all got announced, I was wanting to buy a Ford Raptor R,
Ugh.
but if they got all that stuff in them, I'm not going to buy. I'm
Yeah.
not going to buy one.
You'd be better off just getting your caddy running.
Or get me a 95 F-150.
Let's get the caddy running.
Get that Model
Convert
T
it.
running.
Get that
It's a
caddy.
Model A.
Oh, excuse me. Get the
get
Model
the-
A running.
Get the caddy running. We'll convert it to R134A and call it a day, dude.
I think
Oh.
the AC still works in it.
I saw a neat little TikTok about a 1920s or 19 teens Chevrolet straight 4, and they had it didn't have an oiling system in it.
The one I sent you?
Yeah.
that-
You said it to me. They had to pull the valve cover, and it had this
Foam pad.
foam pad that you douse down with oil,
And you had to do it every 100 miles. You had to pull the valve cover.
and you put it back on, and that was the oiling system for the valves. That was cool. That was a cool little video.
Yeah. And that was kind of ahead of the time having an overhead valve like that.
Yeah.
Because Ford and that same one, they were flatheads.
Okay. All right. No about that.
South Georgia is here. They say hi, and I am in old school.
That's the way. Hey, is anybody sending me any? I haven't got anything in the mail for license plates. If somebody's in Hawaii, I need a Hawaii license plate. And I don't care if it's cruddy, if it's bent up, whatever. Sandwich it in between 2 pieces of cardboard, tape it up, put the PO box on it, and send it to me. You send it as media. It costs like $2. You know, I need all 50 states, including Alaska, and even Puerto Rico. I don't care. Guam. I don't care. As long as it's territory, I'll take it. But we got to say, okay, we forgot. We got started. We got to do our sponsor, B&A Engine Works, Miss Santana and the crew. And I do want to thank Home Engine Builder because I got all the parts in, and we're going to be taking the heads and the springs and everything to Santana and have them do the valve job and make sure everything's right with the spring pressures and everything this week. So I'll have a video out about that. I've got the 2 A arms on the new frame here, along with the engine. I've got a lot of all that stuff's all coming out. Don't forget the Summit Superlink. If you're buying anything for Summit or JEGS or Acme Tools, take in the link in the description. Support the channel. And Presley, I don't have a picture of it because we're using my phone, but Presley made this awesome print for a t-shirt. It's gonna be banging, and it'll be out. You'll probably put it up tonight or sometime this week, or maybe this weekend. But it'll be available on the link on the description for the t-shirt for the store, and it's really cool. She knocked it out of the park. She really did. And so get yourself a hat, get yourself a t-shirt, help support the channel. All right. Engine oil shortage. I don't think it's happening. I've been to Walmart every weekend for a month. What? Are you going to show it?
Yeah.
Okay. You're on it. Go on this side.
Okay,
Okay, you got it?
maybe.
Yeah, it's banging. It's banging.
I
It's,
can't see
it's gonna be a cool. It's gonna look great.
Which one is it? The square
Oh,
body?
you guys can see me in there. You're welcome.
But we have two actually. We have one Bamalam. It's all blue and dark, and that's really Christina did that one, and but Presley sent me that one, the new one today. She did that this afternoon, and that's exactly the type of t-shirt design I've been looking for. It's really banging. I'll show it to you when we get done.
Okay.
But it's going to be available by the weekend to order through spring. Well, I'll have a link in it.
Yeah, that oil shortage thing's a bunch of hooey.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I went to Walmart on a special trip just to buy oil because I thought maybe, maybe it might be prudent to get some, before prices go up. And no, went to Walmart Friday and full. Every stack is full. Now, the oil filters are not full.
Now, I've heard something about Motorcraft oil filters.
Motorcraft was part of that bankruptcy for that big company that owned Fram and all the suspension parts and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys are going to jail. They did a bunch of shady stuff.
I know the Motorcrafts were different than the Frams, but being owned by the same company. But I've heard there's going to be a shortage on oil filters.
Well, yeah, because Fram and Motorcraft are two major manufacturers of oil filters.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the Fram is not brand specific, but Motorcraft is.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be there'll be somebody pick it up.
Yeah.
Because they're going under bankruptcy and the guys that own it are going to jail and shit like that. Stuff like that.
You know what brand's not going to slow down?
Wix.
Wix is a good product. I feel like
Wix
is a
is
good product.
across so many. So like Motorcraft and all that, that's like automotive filters, but Wix covers agricultural,
Yeah, everything.
heavy duty, light duty, cars,
Diesel.
trucks,
Diesel.
tractors,
Yeah.
like combines. Like they have a
If it's got an engine.
if it's got an engine or it needs a filter, Wix
Mhm.
makes it.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this.
Their catalog is like that.
Oh, we've got.
Yeah,
Their
I
paper
remember,
catalog is like
I was
that.
just say, you remember that those two?
Oh, yeah.
I came home with two,
They must have weighed 15 pounds a piece. I mean, they were just.
and it had everything. And like I used to crack that catalog open for like all the old school stuff.
See, and I personally, like, if OEM's not available, Wix is my next go-to personally. That's my personal choice.
We did an experiment in the shop on our shop golf cart. We put a microguard on it. We put a Wix on it. We put an AC Delco. We did a Motorcraft and a Mopar. We cut them all open, and we
Question?
we cut them all open. We filtered them out.
I've seen
Which wins?
Wix wins every time.
All right, we got comments. Read them out, Presley.
No.
Stop dying. I don't get bereavement.
Home Engine Builder says, I'm glad I know points distributors and carburetors. South Georgia says, I hope you remember I told you about my 84 Chevy truck K12 custom without AC, engine 305, trans 700 R4, then case NP 208.
Yeah, transfer case.
Oh.
Yeah, forward drive.
I
remember.
373 gear, both rear end.
Yeah, Chevy's
I remember.
a C, it's a two-wheel drive. It's a K, it's a four-wheel drive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Rena said she'll look and dig for her dad's stash. With the approval from Mom, we'll make it happen.
Cool. Very cool. Very, very cool.
Today, I don't know.
Yeah.
Assuming.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
And I've also learned going back to the newer stuff a little bit, like older stuff is a lot more lenient. As far as like what you can put on it, what you can put in it.
Because they are so specific these days.
You
No,
take it on
now-
350, you put any oil in it, it'll be
Right.
fine.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, not
For the most,
Yeah.
for the most part.
well, I mean, if you could put 1540 T4 Rotella in a small block and it run, there's not a lot of things you can't put in.
Now you take like an EcoBoost, a newer motor, and you try to put Rotella in it, you're going to clog the turbo lines. It's too thin.
Right, but
They
I'm
have to
learning.
have a full
But
synthetic.
yeah, now that I'm
That's
Tell
what
me
I was
about the
getting
video
at.
we watched last night.
Do what?
we were.
so I'm laying in bed, minding my own business,
Oh no.
and you know, me being a mechanic, somebody likes to show me mechanic failures
Oh,
and
yeah,
or
yeah.
mechanic videos.
Yeah.
Because
This guy took a Honda Civic. I want to say it looked like about a 1.8 liter, and put 4.5 bottles of maple syrup in the engine.
Oh, I always like watching those ones where ladies are put like cooking oil and stuff.
Yeah,
Or beer.
and so he ran it, and he's like, it kind of runs okay, but it kind of runs like crap at first, but then it's smoothing out. It runs good. And he pops the cap on it, and you can see it in there just
sticky.
sticky. And he goes, "Man, that doesn't look good, but it smells great."
It smells great.
So it's like
He said he was
pancakes
gonna
coming up.
upload. He said he was gonna upload another video about something else, and I haven't gone back to look.
I
yet.
And I remember.
That was so
I don't know if
funny.
he's here yet, but
If he's here, he hasn't said anything.
Parker and I, his when he lived up on the mountain in Roland, his dad had an old beater car. It was a Geo Tracker, and we used to change stuff out in it too. Put wrench in the crankcase.
They did some dumb. They did some silly high school stuff.
I
They had fun.
Science. It was science.
No, it was boredom is what it was.
I looked at buying a 95 Mazda Protege for $500, and Patricia told me no, just to have something to do stuff like that with.
South Georgia says they're gonna watch the baseball game tonight, Texas versus Georgia,
Yeah,
and you can take a
cause
guess who they're gonna root for.
yeah. Rhino didn't make the hit in the last inning against Oklahoma last night, did he? I'm not saying nothing. I think he's a great player. You know, but I love that when it goes to the dugout, they put the Rhino hat on him. I love it. I mean, you know, because now I would not have known anybody on the Georgia team until I heard about that and saw the interview. I mean, God love them. I mean, they really play well. I mean, it's really fun to watch. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was we were chewing our nails at the end of that game last night. We really were. You know.
But but I don't think there's an old. I even asked our
Oh, you did.
old guy.
Yeah.
Back when this all started, I'm like, is there going to be a shortage? And he goes, we might be in you might lose because normally we get 2 barrels of each.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know what the load that shows up once a week, but we go through a lot of oil, like a lot of oil
changes. Yeah.
a lot of oil. And I'll ask the old guy. He goes, he's like, if you guys get 2 barrels, you might get a barrel and a half, but we'll pump it straight into the system and all that. And I'm like, okay. And he goes, about 3 weeks later, I asked him, and he goes, no, you guys are still getting 2 barrels.
One thing I didn't realize that I learned last week was that a large percentage of the oil that's going in the crankcases is reclaimed oil.
Mm.
It's filtered and redone. It's not new oil. It's just going through, getting super filtered, getting some additives put into it, and put it back in the bottle and ship back out.
Is that
You
on
know.
what conventional?
So that's what happens if you like turn your oil into O'Reilly's.
Yep.
Oh.
That's exactly what happens. It goes through reclaimers. They go through a filtering system. They add some because all oils now have additives in them. That's the thing that's changed between the last 30 years too, is that the needs of the engines have changed from between 30 years ago to now.
Mhm.
Everything's went roller. Everything can go synthetic. You know, where old Ford Chevy flat tapping engine's got to have a certain amount of zinc. It's got to have a certain detergent in it. It's got to have a certain amount of anti-rust in it to make sure that everything stays clean, everything lubricates and works right for that type of engine.
Right.
Well, now they don't make that kind of engine anymore. So that's why the formulations are different. Where you can't just go off the shelf, Mobile One, straight off the shelf, full synthetic, and put it in that thing when we fire it off. It's going to eat the cam up.
Well, don't they still know nothing about? But don't they make engine oil for older vehicles?
Yes.
And stuff?
Yes, Royal Purple, Amsoil, Mobile One actually makes one. There's several manufacturers out there that make oils, especially even just break-in oils. They're expensive. It's like $16 a quart. You got to have 5 quarts, so you're talking almost $100, for your break-in oil. But it's necessary to get that cam and those lifters to break into each other and dig in and create a surface that's copacetic with both pieces.
That's why I don't like putting anything but Royal Purple in our engines, because I know that brand's formula hasn't changed hardly at all in the past 40 years.
Yeah. And like Santana has a full shelves full of that type of oil for the older stuff, because she does a lot of straight fours for the dirt racers, and they're all mechanical, and she uses that type of oil in all the break-ins that she does on her run stand. So she stocks it, and I can't remember the brand of it, but she has like cases and cases of it. She keeps it stocked.
So now I got a question for both of y'all here. Like, for instance, my Coyote, it requires a Syn blend at minimum, and the EcoBoost Explorer requires full synthetic.
Right.
I've heard, though, if you have a normal engine that you can put conventional in, if you go synthetic, you cannot go back.
No,
That's false.
that's false.
I've heard that rumor. That's
I've
what
also heard the rumor that once you go Royal Purple, you can't go back. That's false.
But I would never put full synthetic in an engine like that. No matter how much it's broken. I would never put full synthetic in old school, say 85 and older engine block of anything.
Yeah, I'd agree with you.
Because you're running flat tap. You have to have that zinc. You have to have those additives to make it not eat itself.
Post 2019, so 2020 and newer, whatever the manufacturer, whatever type of oil the manufacturer calls for, put that type in. Not saying you have to buy their oil,
But you
but
have,
like buy an equivalent. So like if for your truck it says, and like your truck is post 20, so I mean you have a little bit of leniency. Like I still wouldn't, like anything 2010 and older, I still wouldn't put anything but synthetic in it, just because of the
blend,
just because of the type of engine that it is. But like 2020, if it says 020 full synthetic, put 020 full synthetic.
Well, like the Explorer, it says synthetic required because it has the turbos,
Right.
and
Exactly.
so it don't,
It's a pre-lubrication.
it doesn't crud up in there,
Right.
or
Right.
sludge up. I guess that's what I'm looking for.
Exactly.
That's why. That's my biggest take on it is if
You know what sucks? Okay. All right.
He told me he was going to get it, and I was like, oh.
Okay. My little skinny nephew. Come here.
Show 'em what you
Turn-
got.
Yeah, turn around. Show 'em what you got. Say,
He needs this in
It
front of
is
us.
a Snickers ice cream bar.
Eat a Snickers in front of his uncle,
His
and his
granduncle.
family, his granduncle.
Where's
No.
mine?
Tell him at the store, waiting for you to go buy it.
Yep.
Oh, that's cruel.
That is.
That's cruel. That's cruel.
Enjoy
Marco.
it.
You're gonna pay for this, Marco.
Go. Oh,
Next
that's so
time we have a
good.
pool party together.
Oh yeah. Forget about going to the pool tomorrow.
Don't
You
make
done
it
messed
so.
that up.
I'll come take you to the pool.
You done messed up, Aaron.
yeah,
Is that good?
Okay, the other side of that
Oh.
coin is
He said
Is
it's
that-
so good, guys.
even if you get the same viscosity, you have to pay attention to the additives in the oil. You have to, because every brand, whether it's Pennzoil, Valvoline, Mobile One, Rotella, whatever it is, Tech from Walmart, you got to pay attention to the ingredients in it.
That API spec and stuff like that.
Yes,
so like
it's you got to be a great brain surgeon to kind of get through this whole
well,
system.
and
I think
for-
they do
for
that on
lack of-
purpose.
for lack of better terms, I don't nuke it. And call me weird or call me wrong if you want, but 020 is 020. To me, 020 is 020. I have yet for any O'Reilly's 020 and Mobile One 020, same 020. Like it's not. It's where it'll bite you in the butt is if
You wanted to say it.
I did.
Warranty.
But no, what bites you in the butt is trying to cheap out on like Walmart oil when it doesn't have a whole lot of ingredients and it doesn't have a whole lot of additives in it. Because they don't do that, they sell a lot cheaper and then go, oh, my motor is busted. Why is my motor busted? Well, what kind of oil you putting in it? Well, cheapy $2 oil.
Walmart Tech.
Well, and see, that's
You know.
why. Big reason I like going to the dealerships for mine is especially with the Explorer being under warranty. They can't come back, the engine blows, and say I put the wrong oil.
Right.
Your Ford techs put that oil in there, so if it was wrong,
And there's
guys-
there's a track to it. On it. Yeah.
yeah, your guys put the wrong stuff in there. Either way, y'all need to put a new engine in.
Ain't that's wild? That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. 9 times out of 10, the oil that's going in there, because you've talked about it, you're like, only use Motorcraft oil, whatever. You know what they're probably putting in it? Mobile One.
That Mobile One's a good. That's what I run my lawnmower.
Right.
But it's out of warranty. I mean, I say it's out of warranty. I'm not.
It's the filter. This is what I found out. It's not the oil.
It's the filter.
It's the filter. They want to make sure that you're running an OEM filter. If you're not running an OEM filter, they'll like, nope, that does not meet our filtering requirements. That is on you.
The lawyers in the warranty department will say, nope, sorry.
See, like Ford, I know Motorcraft uses
Okay.
a different bypass.
Okay, what we got?
South Georgia just says my truck uses GTX 2050.
Yeah, I mean, there's a whole gambit of
Oh, yeah.
where they go with whatever you're driving. Yeah. Do you guys have any questions? We've been rambling on for probably half an hour now.
2 minutes.
Okay.
Well, actually,
3/4 of an hour.
But we do appreciate all of you guys being here.
Yeah.
Parker, you made it in yet? My son from another mother, his best friend in high school, said he was going to be here on live tonight. He's on the West Coast right now. His wife is stationed in Washington State. He's supposed to be here for live. He'll probably watch it later, like a butt. I'm just going to say you're a butt for not showing up.
well, the time difference. Maybe you got it confused.
Yeah. But no, let me see. I got the locker in for Bama Lamb. She's going to be a two-wheel wonder, hopefully by the weekend.
Two-wheel terror.
Two-wheel terror, yep.
One will wonder.
I got an axle flip kit in, also for Max Speeding Rods. That's the other thing I want to talk about is that I think the reality is that 99% of your parts are getting made in China anyways, or Korea or whatever. It's getting made in Asia. So Max Speeding Rods has sent me all this stuff for nothing, just for making videos for them. And it's hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of stuff. And I appreciate them so much. But I'm telling you, I was skeptical, but these tubular A-arms and everything fit like a glove. There was no holes out of place. There was nothing. The dimensions were all right. I was really shocked and happily surprised at how well it went together. I mean, the hardest part about that whole thing was getting the old stuff off. There's a pile of stuff over there.
Welcome in,
Baller.
Baller.
What's up, Baller? Thank you for coming.
Finally.
Preston looks forward to talking to you every weekend. Every week.
Fashionably late again, Jonas.
Hey, good evening.
I wanted to talk to you. I haven't had a chance to talk to you about it.
Uh-oh.
So no, it's nothing bad. Jonathan says, just wondering if you enjoyed my post in your messenger yesterday.
Yep.
And then Baller says, kid duties last couple of weeks.
Yep.
And Home Engine Builder says, hope you work magic on the heads, assuming your machine shop approves. Also, can't wait to see you share thoughts on the other stuff.
I like those stuff. No. I don't know if I'm going to use the cam. It's a little bit, the duration split on it's a little heavy for me. I know I watched a video about somebody that put one of those cams in their Nova, and it thumps.
Is that lump?
A thumper
Yeah.
cam. Thumper cam. It's
They sound cool.
yeah, they sound awesome. It's like 268 or 278 duration on the exhaust, but 298. It's like huge difference. But yeah, between intake and exhaust duration. So it thumps. I mean, it's like classic thump. It's like
I've heard them they're like,
yeah. I had a back in the day in the Monte Carlo. I had a 292. It was the same duration. It didn't take exhaust, and that thing would just sit and thump. It was way too much cam for the street. But it helps out having the small duration on the intake side, because that's where you make your power. It's getting the exhaust out. But man, those cams sing. But it isn't really. I've got cam in that one that I want, and I don't know. It may sit on the shelf, or I might, or I may have a buddy that ends up wanting it. I don't know, but it'll get used either way. But
it won't go to waste.
Won't go to waste.
Uncle Dave.
And I do have another. I made a trade, and we do have a 85 long bed, 3/4 ton, 454 Granny 4-speed camper special that's going to be showing up next Monday. And I got to go get it next Monday. And it's that old 70s 80s light blue with a blue interior, and it's got one dent in it. It was a grandfather's car. The floorboards are spotless. The doors open and shut. All the rubbers are in it. All the glass is in it. It's beautiful. It's got one dent in the front fender, and it's I mean, this thing was taken care of, but it's got something that might be wrong with the bottom end of the engine. The old man that he bought it brand new, had it this whole life. It had been parked for about, I think it was tagged last in 15. Mm-hmm. So it's been on the road. It has within 10 years. Yeah. Some of the stuff that I pull out of the weeds has been off the road 30 years. You can tell. But even the one of the bad parts of the cab corners are good, the rockers are good. Even where them old trucks like that, the battery tray, it always collects leaves and dirt and debris, and it always rusts out the bottom of the front passenger side fender. It always rusts it out and just destroys the inner fender. This thing is clean and pristine. It's amazing to look at.
Parker! I'm
Hello,
offended,
son.
Parker. There's a lady here too. Freaking rude. Let's see.
I was just talking trash about you too for you not being here.
Whiteside Workshop says, I got your license plate taped up and addressed. Mail it out tomorrow along with a sticker of my new channel name, Whiteside's Garage.
Cool.
And then Home Engine Builder says, I thought the same on the cam, went Howard's, LOL.
How big Home Engine Builder? I didn't catch on your videos what I know you went roller.
Jesus.
But
I know.
I know you went roller, but what kind of duration numbers did you go? Did you go?
Dad just had a short circuit.
Today,
What
Junior.
year is it?
Anyway, Uncle Dave says Papa taxes what he tells his grandsons.
Yep.
And then Home Engine Builder says, do what you want with the stuff just for fun. And Baller says, sounds like a score of a truck.
Yeah.
And Parker says, my apologies.
Now the truck has just it's not got any rust holes in it. It has kind of like on the hood, the normal stuff. The tailgate's got a little bit of rust on it, surface rust, and the hood's got some surface rust on it, but it's intact. From the wipers all the way down to the tailgate, to everything's there. But it was an old farm truck, but he took care of it and serviced it, and it's pretty slick. It's got the old white wheels with the big ugly hubcaps in the center of it.
Domes.
Yeah.
You know what I want to do? I want to collaborate with Glow Shift.
Oh, by the way, David Dave says he'll trade you that truck for my trailer once I die and you get the trailer.
Don't tell him that. He'll be like,
How does that make any sense?
Be concerned if he starts.
How about
talking
this?
in your
How about this,
kitchen
Dave?
knives, all right?
If you put it in your will for me, that'll be good enough for me. But no, I was doing research.
at that point, his
I was doing some
grandboys are
shopping.
going to be old enough
I was
to
doing
want
some shopping, and I was doing some like designing on like, because me and Presley want to build a square body, or we want a show car, or what have you. So
You want a project.
I started going down the rabbit hole. Glow Shift is a gauge company.
Yep.
They make 67 to 88 C10 kits.
Yeah.
Full kits.
Yeah.
And
Just like
it's,
Vintage Gauge does and all of those guys.
yeah. But they're not as expensive.
Right. They're kind of like you go QA1 or you could go max speeding rod,
Right.
which is going to be a third the price.
Right.
Like this whole kit. Let me tell you, this tubular upper and lower tubulars 3.5 drop kit with an axle flip kit is less than $500 delivered. Where else are you going to get that? And I'm proving it. The quality is there. I mean, this is really nice stuff. You know, I mean, or if you went QA1, you're talking about a couple $1,000s.
Parker says he has Florida, Washington, and Virginia, and he may also have Illinois as well.
Send them.
All you gotta do, Parker, all you gotta do is you take them in between two pieces of cardboard, tape it up real good, put the P.O. box for the Muldrow post office on it, and you can send it as media because it's stuff with letters on it. It'll cost you like $2. And just all you gotta do is sandwich it between two pieces of cardboard, and it'll get here. Really appreciate it. We're trying to get all 50 states on one of the main walls of the new shop. Which, when you get back in, I don't know if you're going Florida or where you're going, but if you ever get back into the state, you got to come by and see the new shop. You got to come by anyways, you know, because I got to get my hug and kiss.
Yeah. You gotta come see my crippling addiction.
Home Engine Builder says the Howard has 227 to 37 at
Okay.
50, but with more lift, so the more reasonable split, and with just a little more lift on exhaust, 525, 530. With
Roar.
1.5, I'm using 1.6, so 560 lift.
Yeah, but I always prefer that too. I always prefer
227 to 35 at the 50.
I always prefer split durations also. I was heavier on the exhaust because it just has, because all the heads, it's about a 65% split intake to exhaust, and it always helps to have a little bit extra on the exhaust to get it out and get it cleaned up for the next charge. I prefer those. And in the race car 20 years ago, I had a really nice Extreme Energy. Oh no, it was I can't remember what.
I don't think it was an Extreme Energy.
No, it wasn't Extreme Energy. It was a comp cams. It was a flat tappet, but it was heavy on the exhaust, and not as heavy as a thumper cam.
It wasn't. No.
No,
I thought it was like a 295.
It was a 284 296 advertised duration.
Yeah.
That's what it was. 284 296, which means it was good mid range, but it cleaned out real good. And like I said, I ran that engine 6 seasons and never turned a wrench on. I mean, it's just, that's a good split. Yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Ben.
I was looking up, and I was doing. I think we're gonna go 287, 294
Yes, it's a good split.
on
Within 10 degrees.
Yeah, it's 287, 294 on red when we rebuild it. Yeah. Like that's the cam we're gonna use, which is technically like a
stage 2.
Yeah, it's like a stage 1.5.
Okay.
It's like right in between them.
What do you got, Presley?
Parker says he'll mail the ones he has and bring the others to you when he comes home, which should be in the fall.
Very good.
Whiteside's Workshop says the lid of an Edelbrock carb box works perfect for license plate Miller.
I wouldn't know. I've never bought it all right.
Jonathan says, do you have a tag from Tennessee?
No, I need one. I have access. I got
We have
Texas,
4 states.
Texas, Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and California. And we got 5.
Okay, we have 5 out of 50. So if you think we need it, send it.
It's if we get duplicates, it's fine.
Yeah, if we get duplicates, it's fine. Just
They'll get spots on the wall.
I don't say I got a whole bunch of my old ones. Like I got some certified firefighter ones.
I don't need no damn Arkansas one. I got Arkansas.
Yeah,
And then
no, seriously.
I got
Bring
an Arkansas one from 1929, but
That one I'll take.
No, you're not giving that one away. That needs to go up in your own garage.
yeah. No,
What, Marco?
I have a Georgia plate.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I was
That's
just
right.
gonna
They
say
just moved in from Georgia. He got a job and then bought a house in Oklahoma City.
well, there's one I can probably get you a picture of. I don't. My parents ain't gonna get rid of it, but they do have an Icelandic.
Not the same.
Would they notice if it went missing?
I don't know where it is. They do have. So
I'll call
when I
Mamie,
was a
it's
kid, I
fine.
lived in Iceland. My dad was in the Navy, and we were
Yeah.
stationed.
Yeah.
And they actually still have their Icelandic license plates.
Oh.
I'll call your mom. It's fine.
Yeah, go for it.
Heard you got an Icelandic license plate. You want to get rid of it?
You know what? I'll put the boys
I
on the
have-
phone with her.
You'd be surprised. I
She'd
have
probably
guys
say
from
yes.
Europe. I have lots of people from Europe that watch the channel. I mean, I have guys from Switzerland and from Germany and stuff like that. That would be cool. You know, we could use one of the walls for like around the world kind of thing. That would be cool. They'll be about this long.
You know what would also be cool? Not too close to live. They're half the price.
You're over baking my biscuits.
Not
Okay.
over baking. Nothing.
Okay.
Home Engine Builder says Howard's has 309 less versus VS the 307 with the thumper.
Yeah.
I'm sure the thumper sounds awesome, but I'm hoping for better curve with the Howard's.
Yeah.
And then he said LSA,
We'll see.
and then
No
also in the
separation.
and then also in the tracking number with the plate bundle coming your way. Baller says agreed around world plates. And Home Engine Builder says, I have European car guy colleagues that really like old hubcaps. Cool. It's kind of,
Yeah, that's the 29.
We
Ooh, that's different. Did you? I don't know, but I mean that looks like something from Europe. The
Yeah, they-
1920s plates.
I don't know. Let's
speaking
see.
of cans,
you got to
do you
cover
know
Ken's face.
what's coming
There
down
we
the
go.
There you
pipe?
go. Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
That's the one on the back
You know
of
how
the
we have-
Model A.
Modern motors have CVT, just timing on the can,
From
Yeah.
Europe.
just adjustable
I guess so,
camshafts
it's just
are coming down the pipe,
Yeah.
where it adjusts the lobe separation and duration.
Is that kind of like VTEC in a
No,
sense?
I see. That's just that's overkill for me.
And they're like it's coming out in the new 2027s in the
Variable duration and lobe separation.
variable
and cam.
lobe separation. And I think they said it was going to be in the new Sportages that are coming out. And I mailed a to our big Kia for training purposes.
Oh.
I want to see one. I want to put hands on one. I want to.
Now, engine builder. Now, does Howard's cams on their rollers, on their retros, do they require a different gear on the distributor, or do they put cast iron gears on the roller cams? I know there's some companies that are doing that. And I also caught a guy on YouTube just today that said he's been running a regular metal gear on billet camshafts, on roller camshafts for 30 years and never had a problem. No nitrited, no bronze. He says bronze is stupid. He's been running, he run the same distributor for 30 years with just a metal gear on about it and had no problems. What are you doing with yours? Are you going with a bronze? Or are you going with a nitride? You want a $250 distributor gears? What are you doing? I'm curious. I'm curious what Santana is really trying to talk me into going retro roller on the big block.
Just put it in.
But it's money. It's money I don't have right now, bro.
Well,
You know.
He said Howard's approved me to use a colonized
Yeah. The
gear that came with my ACCEL.
Excel.
Oh.
Excel distributor. Okay. So Excels come with the
Melanized?
melanized. Yeah, melanized. It's a hardening a hardening of the gear.
Yeah.
It's a coating.
Yeah, it's like a chemical hardening.
Yeah, it's a coating. But this guy says he swears he's been drag racing with the car for 30 years and he's never had to change the gear once. And he actually pulled it out and showed the gear. He said that he's been running retro rollers for 30 years and never had a problem. Using just a regular, come from the factory steel gear on the end of it.
I'm telling you, man, it's if you don't nuke it, if you don't overthink it, I feel like it's.
That's what he was saying too. He says everybody's overthinking this whole bronze thing. And he said I don't want to change a gear every 100 runs. I don't have to pull it out and change a gear every 100 runs because it's what.
Oh, you don't have to get up. You just have to.
I don't want to have, I'm old. I'm
Don't read it out loud. Just read it.
Okay. Okay. I'll fix it. See, I just tried to drop it.
You better bring me ice cream this time. You're supposed to bring me ice cream.
Was I supposed to? You
You're
never
supposed to bring all of us. We all like ice cream.
No.
Just kidding.
Just giving you a hard time, buddy.
All right, what we got on for nothing new?
Nothing new.
All right, that's about it for me tonight. I ain't got nothing to do except we're going to be doing a lot. Like I said, heads are going over to Santana's, and I'm probably going to go retro roller with the big block. And
Can't take it with you when you die, so you might as well have fun in the meantime.
Home Engine Builder said, I ran the standard gear on my 302 Ford roller cam with an old school points distributor. I had to use to clear the tunnel ram. 60K.
Abusing?
60K abusing miles, no issues.
okay, so you ran the standard gear on a Ford retro roller, but I mean, this guy said he's run this 30 years on the same engine and never had a problem. So I'm not completely sold, but I would hate to ruin a camshaft or ruin a distributor or whatever. I would hate for it to. No, but I was curious if Howard's, if they, suggested.
I just
gear.
like I mean, it.
But I know a lot of them because they're starting to sell a lot of retro roller cams. They're starting to actually use a cast iron gear instead of a billet steel gear because billet steel is harder.
I mean, it's just like okay, it's just like everything else. Like I was doing some research on 460 films.
Yeah.
Because when we pull that motor out, I was talking to you about just doing a whole full-on do it up. That's why we're trying to find a little beater for me to drive to and from work.
Like a 6L80 or something?
Well, a 4L60, but I was looking at what we like. Well, basically what we were going to do is we were going to tear everything down and rebuild it all and make it stronger and make it bulletproof. So I was doing research on how to do that on a 4L60 because the 4L60 is the weakest LS
But
transmission.
it's still stronger than, say, a Turbo 400
Yeah,
back here, or
yeah.
a Turbo 350,
Right?
all the old.
But there's
it's
a
still
lot of
stronger.
there's some things that guys are doing like a 5-gear planetary and a sun gear. They're getting a thicker sun gear and like it's little things like that. But what I think is like it's everybody is trying to complicate something that's not complex.
I know, but you're also not putting a turbo on it. You're not pushing 1200 horsepower. You're gonna be running about 550 horsepower, and I think a 60 will handle that just fine.
Right, but we're also talking about the same 60 that's
You're going right back into the same thing with your K20. Is that you put a brand new engine in it, and 2 weeks later you blew the transmission up. The transmission was used to that real old weak engine.
exactly.
It's kind of the same thing. I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand that, but my thinking is, let's find you an engine. Let's have the engine ready. Let's get you a spare transmission. Let's have it. What?
Baller says, did I hear you say a 4L60 is stronger than a turbo 350 400?
Yes. I did. I'm not
Hercules-
going to use one, but I did.
Hercules says, sorry I was late. He's normally at work at this time, but
Yeah.
he's made it. And Baller says, retro all the way, Buck, until the Lotto comes. Don't stress it. Just have fun. Lotto, maybe.
Yeah.
And then he says, And Dave says, are you still looking for a manual steering box?
For a square body, yeah.
And then Home Engine Builder says, I do believe the cam distributor gear is important, but what does that mean, 100K versus 200K miles on a hot rod motor? My opinion is staying to myself. No, share. Sharing is caring.
Yeah, Dave, I am, because I figured out that the steering box on this got water in it and froze and broke the front case of it. The steering box on this one is gone. So because I think this one's going to be the fast one. It's going to be turn it into hot rod. Okay.
Also mine.
Okay. Now, we were talking about it today, and I have, since we're going with pretty much all the suspension so far on this thing is, you can get off of Amazon. What should we call it? Should it be the Bezos Bomber?
No.
Should it be the Bezos Bullet?
No.
Should it be the Amazon Assassin?
No.
Should it be what I call it? Prime what?
Prime time something.
No on 4. It's paused. Okay. Possibly 4L80, but I call BS on 350, 400. Sorry.
Well, I mean, the 400 right there
Okay.
can get built.
First off, I'm going to squash this argument real fast because crack a 350 open and crack a 4L60 open and tell me the difference. I can tell you 2 differences. One,
Do tell.
4L60 has shift solenoids.
Electronics, yeah.
Yeah,
You
4L60 has a shift solenoid. And every 4L60 has a lockup.
Unless you get the non-electronic version like they had in the Hummers.
Right. So, that's pretty much the only difference.
I mean, the 4L60, I've owned one before. 4L60, I feel like it's a good transmission. They're just not as suitable for hopping it. Like,
If you're going to spend the money, if you're going to spend the money, go with the 80, not the 60. But if it's what you got,
there's
it's
nothing
what
wrong
you
with
got.
4L60.
I'm just,
I mean,
like
unless
I
you're doing
said,
something
like I
stupid.
said, I just want something. I want something, juice it up a little bit, and I don't want to ever have to break into it ever again.
what? I always got Presley laughing.
Baller says, sorry, new stuff, Kenny. I'm old stuff, Curtis. LOL. Parker says when he gets home, for an extended time frame, you guys will have to do a full overhaul in his brother's 72 square body that was in a fire.
Yeah.
And then Jonathan says, just wondering if a Corvette servo would cure my delayed 2-3 shift in my newly rebuilt 4L60E. The solenoids have been replaced already.
Yes. The turbo
I'm pretty sure
Corvette. A Corvette servo is essentially it hits more consistently harder and it's designed better. So
I'm pretty sure my short wide, I'm pretty sure it had Corvette servos in it already, because it would, if you drove it gently, it would shift real hard, but it loved being floored.
Yeah.
well, I mean, and it's all about line pressure too. You
Yeah.
can, and you got like 10 vane pumps and all that crap. That's like the number one thing everybody does to a 4L60 though, is they put a Corvette servo in it and it acts as like an all-encompassing shift kit. It shifts so much better with it. So, especially in that 2, 3, 3, 4 range.
What time is it?
It is 8:20 currently. We've been on for an hour and 9 minutes.
We're doing it again.
Y'all bring me along, we stay longer, don't we?
No,
No,
not usually. Like they stay long most of the time anymore. Okay, so here's, because we got into trademarks the other day trying to make that T-shirt.
Yeah.
Okay, so Amazon owns trademarks for Amazon, the Amazon Smile logo, Prime, Amazon Web Services, and Kindle, among many others.
Well, just call it Dinosaur Cowboy then.
No,
Call it a
because you've named
rhinestone.
every vehicle after an 80s song.
Rhinestone Cowboy.
Right, well, no, that's 70s.
Whatever.
Whatever. You got White Wedding, Bam-a-Lam.
That's 70s. Bama 70s.
Yeah.
We still have, what would we decide we were going to call
Elvira. We'll name her Elvira.
this one or the Mustang?
This one.
No, Blue what? What? Midnight Blue is what we decided on the Mustang. Me and Mom decided to call it Midnight Blue.
I was gonna say American
That's-
Pie.
American.
Let's paint it, and then she can name it.
Well, she wants Midnight Blue. She's actually making a T-shirt design up for the Mustang
Okay, well,
in dark Midnight Blue.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that HBO.
Aha, Elvira wins. Baller agrees with me.
Elvira.
Mistress of the dark.
I
Yep.
like that.
Mistress of the dark.
Elvira.
I like Mistress of the Dark myself.
Hi,
I'm just
Elvira.
saying.
But Elvira was
That
the
is
mistress
what
of
Elvira
the dark.
is.
Like there's an
That's
Oak
it.
Ridge, there's
Yeah, that
the
was
Oak
her-
Ridge
that was a
Boys song
television
called
show.
Elvira, but there was a TV show called Elvira, Mistress of the Dark.
Elvira.
And she had the big old, and then she had the beehive hair.
Yeah, she was hot.
Elvira. She was a very, very pretty woman.
But she's naturally a redhead too.
Yeah.
So all her
And
stuff
it's
was the
like
wig.
gothic, right?
Yeah,
So
all
black dress.
She had a television show. She did all. It was
Big
like it
bust.
was like Fright Night.
She had
Did
some
she-
tickle bitties. That's all I'm
she-
saying.
Hey, what's your performances?
I said tickle bitties.
Anyway, so she had a television show. This is way before the internet, you know. And she had a cable show, and she did things crazy little stints. And it was always a creature feature show. It was like old classic horror movies and shit. And then she somehow got famous off that, and then they started making movies and stuff. She made movies and everything. It was a lot of fun. I had a poster of her on the wall.
Busty.
What you got a good name for my cat?
Derek says, please, is this auto painted black? It will be. It can be.
You know me.
81 too fits.
Yep, you know me. Okay, Elvira. This is the dark. We got a name.
See, it's a win. Listen to the Roosters Cluck Baha. And then
Giddy up.
Mau, mau.
Elvira.
Heart's on fire. I found 2 manual ones in my parts stash.
Cool.
Did you find me a square body that I can rebuild?
There's one. It's in Russellville right now for like $600.
That's a lot of money right now.
Yeah, I don't get my YouTube money till Monday.
Yeah, I have crippling tool debt.
Also, Derek says hello from Kentucky.
Hello, Kentucky.
Hello, Kentucky. Hello, Derek. I like Kentucky. Pretty country. Pretty
no, I
country.
didn't get to go.
Kentucky place?
I've been through Kentucky because I used to have family that lived in West Virginia.
It's very pretty.
I flew over it.
Don't drive through either Kentucky or West Virginia unless you have full coverage insurance or at least comprehensive deer.
Oh dear. Yeah, lots of livestock. Yeah, lots of wild things out there. Yeah.
Parker says, I was really thinking of driving my 92 Class 8 motorhome with a 454 back to use as a donor drivetrain for the 72.
That's okay. It'll have a 454 with a turbo 400 behind it because it's a motorhome. That's if it's a Chevy base, and there'll be lots of parts on it that you can use. Lots of parts.
He
Have to
said
change the dipstick out, things like that, but I got all that stuff here.
Derek says he's next to Green River Lake.
I don't exactly know where that is. All I know is it's pretty country. I mean, Georgia and Kentucky and Virginia and all them, very pretty.
When I drove out to Georgia, it was gorgeous.
Yeah, pretty. Very, very pretty.
I've not been farther than Arkansas.
Well, okay. Once we get done with Vegas in November, me and Christina were talking about doing a road trip going east because I still want to go to Washington and see the You know, see the Capitol, see the all the
Have fun.
monuments, and like the Smithsonian's and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I've never been.
I would love to see the Smithsonian.
Yeah.
Me and my wife looked
Have
at
fun.
like flying out to like
We're
Maine
going.
and renting a car
No.
and driving the coast. You do some seafood
Well,
eating.
Wow.
Maybe it's six with my dad. My dad was a truck driver, and he says he went to New York City once, and he'll never do it again.
Hey, I'm walking in.
There's a saying my brother used to say when he was in the Marines, because one of his guys was from New York, and what was it? Your mother's sauce is weak,
Your mother's sauce is weak.
or your mother's gravy is weak.
I still
They don't
like the
call
one,
like
"Hey,
spaghetti
I'm
sauce.
walking here."
You know that was improvised.
Was it?
Yeah,
That whole moment was improvised. That taxi had blew through the barrier for the scene, and so he pulled up and stopped. And he slammed on the hood. Hey, I'm walking
What
in.
movie is that though?
Forrest Gump.
No,
I don't know.
it's
That's Lieutenant Dan in Forrest Gump.
but it's
No.
it's been a thing.
Oh
OG
no,
was
Dustin Hoffman. That is.
was it Dustin
Yeah,
Hoffman
Dustin
or was
Hoffman.
it no,
No.
Scarface?
Al Pacino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Okay, yes.
Okay, anyway. Baller says, question, Buck. I'm told there's an old style choke used on 73 series trucks or vans with a screw and handle versus a pull push choke. Have you ever seen?
I've seen one, but it wasn't on a 73. It was like on a 68 C10 that a friend had in high school. No, it was a 58 Chevy that he had. It was a big fat fender thing, and it still had the points distributor on it. He was every day he'd get in there and he'd think with the dwell on. He'd lift the little thing up and get the little and mess with the dwell on it every day.
Matthews. I think Matthews
It was Dustin
Dodge had the
Midnight
Pull
Cowboy.
choke.
Midnight Cowboy. That's the one. And John Voight was his partner in that.
Yep.
See, like my Model 8.
Rat was
Ratso was Dustin
Ratso
Hoffman,
was- yeah.
and Joe Buck was John Voight.
Yep.
My Model 8, you reach over here and you got a pull out choke, but you got to twist to adjust your
Timing.
air fuel. No, the timing's right here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You
That's
got an
right.
advance and retarder right here, and then you got your throttle right here. You don't have a blinker, but over
You
here.
had no drive back then.
Yeah. If I ever get that thing
Back
running
in
and try to
my
drive it,
Back way before any of our days.
unsynchronized, yeah, y'all are gonna get a. If I get it running, y'all are gonna get a kick out of watching me try to drive it. I'm sure.
I saw something the other day. Somebody was talking about it was either a Model A or a Model T, but it was one of those that had like the crank in the front of it.
In the front.
And he's like, if I crank this, the car won't start. So I have to go over here, and if I turn this on, the car won't start. So I have to come over to this one and turn this to this, and it still won't start. So then I have to, and it was just like 2 minutes of him going to different stuff. He's like, and it still won't start. He never started the friggin'
Mine has an electric start. You turn the key to on, and then there's a foot button. And
Yeah.
it's a. What's crazy is 6 volt. It's a 6 volt system, and you have. Yeah, I think you're supposed to fully retard the timing,
Yeah.
and then you advance it. One way or
If
the
you
other.
think about that, we're talking about 20s. This is way before they even started really doing petrol. They were driving these things off everything.
It was leaded gas is what it's designed for.
Kerosene.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Coconut
lamp
oil.
oil, whatever. They were running off just about anything. Yeah.
You don't have
But
to say
that's actually surprised me in my Cadillac. I started doing a little more research on it. It actually requires 91.
Shaw.
It's a 500 big block.
Dave said Hulkster. I don't know if he's talking about the choke system or if he's naming the truck. Baller says, oh, okay, maybe been looking at wrong years. It's supposed to screw in on the gas pedal, I think, rather than choke on carb. Maybe acts like an idle adjust rather than a choke.
Yeah, I think it was in that 57 or 58 Chevy. And it'd been an easier way instead of having the run through the firewall and everything and have it directly onto the accelerator pedal. idle it up
Mhm.
while it was cold. You know.
Well, it's like that little stock. It was like old school cruise control too, because if you were cruising, you could
set it.
Yeah, you didn't have the button, you know, or depending on which Ford I'm
Well,
driving.
you got in
they
trouble though. You hitting that gas.
Yeah, you didn't have the brake cancel or anything. But at least you didn't have. I'll say this.
And now you don't even have to be awake. You just got to set it and forget it.
No, I'll say this: the new ones, they got too many freaking buttons on the
Yeah.
steering wheel.
I have not a singular button on my steering wheel. Thank you very much.
Now you have a GMT 800, is it?
Baller says,
That's
"I'll
bad.
keep chasing rabbits down holes."
Now he's eating chips in front of us. You did that on purpose.
Christopher
I know.
Ruiz.
No, you lost your rights.
And
No.
Christina is mad because you're in here too.
Too long.
Yeah.
She's tired. All right, we need to call it a night.
There's one more question.
Okay.
Just picked up a 52 5-window Chevy today. I'm stoked, cranked, then started, but I shut it off quick because I have to clean tank and get new filter.
Yes, you do.
You say
I would say, okay, I would suggest not just clean tank. Go ahead and get new tank because it's 1952.
Night, Baller.
Night.
Did you say somebody said something about Christopher?
No, that was the guy's name, Christopher.
Oh, okay,
Christopher
okay.
Ruiz.
So we're gonna call it a night. Remember, support the channel. Check out the new T-shirts that are coming out. There'll be links in the descriptions. I'll go back and do retro some of the old stuff. We'll order some, and we're gonna call it a night. Peace.
Peace.